the Sniper build, a build with a focus on sniper rifles and the associated skills. This build is for all the sniper enthusiasts out there that prefer watching your enemies die through the crosshair of your scope. This build does not need any DLC to be used. This build is also certified for use on any difficulty, including Deathwish and 1 down. There aren't too many associated skills for snipers, but for the ones that exist, we've picked them up. In Mastermind, I have Stable Shot and Marksman Basic, and High Value Target, Aggressive Reload, and Ammo Efficiency all aced. Now these 3 here are pretty integral in making snipers a lot nicer to use. Snipers generally have small magazines and a slow fire rate, so Aggressive Reload helps you put out more shots a whole lot faster. High Value Target gives you the auto-spotting ability and a massive boost in damage when enemies are far away, or more specifically specials. Ammo Efficiency here helps you save a lot of ammo when your aim is on point. Now, I've decided that I wanted to make my snipers absurdly powerful, so I also went with Berserker to get that extra damage boost. So, to get up to Berserker, I have Martial Arts Basic, Bloodthirst, Berserker, and Frenzy all aced. I have Frenzy here too, not only to help out with keeping low HP for Berserker, but also for survivability with armor. So of course, that means I'm going to be picking up a whole lot of armor and survivability skills. In Enforcer, that's Underdog aced, Resilience aced, Die Hard, Transporter, and Shotgun Off Basic, Bullseye, and Iron Man aced, for good armor and good armor regen. So I don't have a lot of skill points left. With what I do have, I got some drill skills. That's Hardware Expert Basic and Drill Sergeant aced. I like to think of the sniper role as also the dedicated sit by the drill and make sure no one gets close to it job. For my equipment, I went with ammo, that is Scavenger, Bulletstorm, and Extra Lead Basic. I don't have good ammo bags, and you could also substitute this with meds, but I decided ammo would probably be better for a sniper role because, you're sitting back, you're not going to be able to go run out and get ammo bags all the time, or ammo packets rather. And with the last skill points remaining, I picked up a few niceties. Force Friendship Basic and Mastermind, Steady Grip in Technician for accuracy, Duck and Cover and Parkour and Ghost for speed, Second Wind also for speed, and of course 9 lives aced if I'm going to be playing 1 down. For my perk deck, I'm going to be using the Armorer perk deck. As a sniper, you're not going to be moving around a whole lot, so you wouldn't get too much out of dodge, and having some good armor allows some forgiveness when going tunnel vision when taking out enemies you've zeroed in on. For my primary weapon, you guessed it, it's the Platypus 70 Sniper Rifle, the only free sniper we have. So this is modded with just total ammo boost, nothing more. For my secondary, I'm going to be using a single shot SMG because that will also benefit from the same skills as the snipers. So with this, I've got the Krinkov SMG modded with the Ported Compensator, Accuracy Boost, Moscow Special Rail, and the Wooden Sniper Stock. For my melee, the Electrical Brass Knuckles, and for today I'm actually going to be using the Concussion Grenade, since when you use it on enemies, it makes them incredibly easy targets for headshots, or just about anything else. Meds, because, well, even though I spec for ammo, I'm playing solo, and the AI will have the ammo skill, so that won't be an issue. And of course, ICTV armor. Snipers, snipers, snipers. These used to be like the it weapon, Things that everyone used, and well, they were the first things that everyone complained were pay to win. They were pretty legendary when the game was new. Now, there's so many alternatives, and we have a free version. What is this world coming to? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the setup. So, I won't go over the armor aspects too much. They're very similar to the armor build I made before. This time, however, I did pick up Frenzy with the armor skills, which is normally what a lot of armor users do for 1 down difficulty. The bonus you get from Frenzy is nothing to scoff at, and it boosts the survivability of any armor user significantly. And normally, to get to Frenzy, you'd pick up Berserker, just like we did, for an increase in both attack and defense. A bit like having crits and dodge. Now, snipers are generally pretty strong weapons, but even they fall a little short on 1 down. Alone, they won't be able to one-shot regular units, which makes things incredibly difficult since that means you're spending double the ammo and at least double the time to kill enemies, which is a huge no-no for 1 down. With Berserker though, the extra damage boost basically guarantees that you'll kill every enemy in 1 headshot, as long as it's not a bulldozer. And even if it is a bulldozer, if you're farther than 10 meters away, you're going to be doing incredibly high damage to them. So if you do manage to take off their faceplate, you can kill them much faster than if you weren't being damage boosted. Just like crits and dodge, the combo of Berserker and Frenzy just makes sense together, and it comes incredibly handy for this setup that we're using today. Everything is pretty reliant on your armor though, so you start with really low health, and basically anything can kill you if your armor breaks. So with the armor perk deck, you're getting a nice increase in your total armor value. I believe with this setup right now, I have 280 armor, somewhere around there. But I think what I like even more about armor is the invulnerability grace period you get when your armor breaks. If you don't know, with the armor perk deck, you get 2 seconds of invulnerability when your armor breaks with a 15-second cooldown. So basically, if you time it right, you'll never immediately take damage to your health, which can be used to do things like cross an open area you wouldn't otherwise survive, or you can fight and kill a bulldozer that would normally take you down first. In the gameplay, I'll use this quite a bit to grab ammo off the ground, or to fight a bulldozer. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Mastermind skills. These are skills that I usually don't ever get, since, they're a huge investment for what feels like a very little payoff. But that's really if you just don't use snipers. With snipers, they're like the weapons that benefit from those skills the most. Let's take the ammo conservation skill for example. Saving just 1 bullet for every 2 headshots, that sounds super mediocre if you're using something like an assault rifle. But if you're using a sniper rifle where every shot counts, and every shot has the power to kill an enemy, all of a sudden, you can last way longer without needing to run around and pick up ammo, or grabbing from an ammo pack. With high value target, snipers are the prime candidates for weapons that are actually usable at range. Even DMR kit assault rifles and stuff like that, they aren't super amazing trying to hit something super far away, since 1, you won't be able to kill it in 1 shot, and 2, it'll likely stumble and it'll just be hard to kill them in general. As a sniper, your priority should be to take out specials before they get close to your team. By denying, say, tasers the ability to shock people, or cloakers from kicking down your friends, you effectively make them useless since they don't really have much else going for them. With the extra spotting and range damage, you'll make quick work of any special before they ever become a problem. The auto-spotting is just icing on the cake, since now you'll know where specials are at any time, even if you just happen to glance at them. Lastly, aggressive reload, pretty much a necessity for the snipers. Most of the sniper rifles in the game have small magazines and a very long reload, which means there's a lot of downtime where you have to hide and you can't contribute to the fight. With a fast reload, you'll always be able to be back in the fight in a jiffy as long as you can score consistent headshot kills. And with that, I think that covers most of the skills we picked up. Nothing super groundbreaking. As for the weapons, I don't really have much to say in general, because, most snipers are really all the same. Like, there are 2 tiers of snipers, the 160 damage ones and the 300 damage ones. Of their respective tiers, the snipers will perform pretty similarly. They might have some small differences, like maybe one has a larger mag, or maybe one's a little less accurate. But overall, they won't feel that different. Personally, I like the Mosin Nagant. Looks great, sounds amazing, I love the iron sights. But if I were to compare it to the other snipers, strictly stat-wise, it probably wouldn't be the best one. And I guess that's really just the issue here. I'm a big proponent of variety. Variety is the spice of life and all. But gamers, a gamer's favorite question is, what is the best this? What is the best that? So many people just care about what's absolute best. It's probably the most common question I see. What are the best skills? What's the best weapon? What's the best build? Man, I don't know. I don't care either. Just use whatever you like. I digress. The Platypus is a fine sniper, and it's free, so you can't go wrong with it at all. For any other sniper, you could just use whatever you feel. I'm sure it wouldn't be that different from any other one. For the secondary, it's just a backup weapon. The Krankov itself is a very strong SMG, and it does excel at being able to kill a bulldozer in a timely manner, one of the weak points of these sniper rifles. And because I'm using it mostly single fire mode, it'll benefit from most of the Mastermind skills we picked up that were intended for the sniper. With the damage boost from Berserker, this weapon is also quite powerful on its own as well, but not quite as efficient as your sniper, so I mostly just keep it for backup. Anyway, that's really all I got to say about this setup, so I hope you guys enjoyed.